Hello! Hello everybody. This is Ominous for let's say responsible gaming and ominous designs today. We're doing episode 223. Gee, what? Wait. We on No, we're on 100. I am getting ahead of myself. Just reading my prompter over here. So yeah. Text banner, properties. I'm gonna remove this because it's ugly. It's wrong. It is false advertising. There you go. Okay. I'm not gonna redo the start. So today, I got more stuff in the theme of Innistrad. That's gonna be fun. Guess what? I have a sweet little logo over here. Um, I thought it wasn't perfect, and it's not. Well, when it's zoomed in, it's not perfect. But oh god, what have I done? Oh god, what have I done? There you go. When it's zoomed in, it's not perfect, but in small, it's pretty darn cool. Um, in small, look at this. It's sweet, no? It's good in uncommon, it's good in common, it's good in rare, it's good in mythic. I like it. So, um, yeah, more Innistrad stuff. I had a pretty sweet pre-release, and I hope you did too. And I have thought of a card that is very cool and should exist because it is very cool and it should exist. Fancy that. We're gonna start with an illustration. If I can think of what I'm doing right there. Yeah, there you go. This thing. Ooh, pretty cool. What's up with the? Oops. What's up with the frame? There is white in this picture. There is white in this picture. Uh, in all fairness, he can benefit from being zoomed in a little bit. So, check this out. It is an enchantment. And so actually, I wanted to call it something. I'm gonna give you the name first too for the teaser. What's demonic in magic? Demonic appetite, demonic attorney, consultation, dread hordes, pact, rising, tutor. Okay, fair enough. Oh yeah, I guess that doesn't really work. I was gonna say I want it to be demonic summoning, but well, I guess my second best title was also containing summon. The problem with summon is it means something in magic. Too bad. Um, so for a better callback, I'm gonna call this Summon the Beast, and you're gonna see how fun it is, and it's very simple too. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control exactly 6 permanents, so this I'll check. Have exactly 6 life, and yeah, I don't know exactly how we're gonna word this. 6 cards in your graveyard. You win the game. Haha! Get it? Do you get it? I think it's super cool. It's pretty darn simple. I want it to cost 5 because one of the scenarios that I have in mind is you attempt to have this in 6 lands and nothing else. Potentially, you try and not have other permanents on the board and get your life down. It could just be because somebody's attacking you, and somehow you have cards in your yard. I could see, like, it has to be hard. I don't want this to be a crazy, super easy to attain modern deck. That's absolutely not the goal right there. Um, And there's possibly ways of breaking this by very reliably having 6 in your yard, 6 on the battlefield, and 6 life. But I don't see how, because your opponent can interact with your life count, he can interact with your yard, and he can interact with your permanents, be it that they're only an enchantment and lands, but still. It is pretty reminiscing of the Prism Array, I guess, because Prism Array gets you to work a lot, but it's Prism Array, right? The thing in a did I closed my window. Gatherer. Um, no, it's not Prism Array, is it? I don't remember. No, this is this crap. The other thing. The other thing. Hedron. Oh yeah, Hedron alignment or something like that. Alignment. Alignment. Whatever. You know. Hedron alignment. Next proof, and you need to have one in your hand, one in exile, in your hand, graveyard, battlefield. Anyways. So yeah, something like that. For the wording, what's the thing? What's the thing from Zendikar where exactly one life, or I don't know if that's the best. There is near-death experience at the beginning of your upkeep if you have exactly one life. Have exactly 6 life, yeah, and Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat. If you don't know that card, it is at the beginning of your upkeep. If 20 or more creature cards are in your graveyard, you win the game. So I'm gonna just say the same. So if you control exactly 6 permanents, have exactly 6 life, and exactly 6 cards are in your graveyard, you win the game. Boom. Mic drop. I have nothing else to say. I don't think it is very good. I don't think it is particularly abusable. And I don't think, well, I guess I think it's fairly bad, but it's definitely something people might want to try and make work. I think it's very cool. So there you go. Yeah, that's it. Now, moving on. Hopefully it's going to be a short episode for a change. I'm going to do something also very fun. Very fun, that thing. What is this? What could that be? This is going to be trying to find a good angle. I want some of the window for better perspective, whatever, to have something on the picture. Artifact. Just one thing that I want to check. Legendary artifact. Oh yeah. I want to be. Well, I'm gonna spill the beans. You ready? So I'm gonna add legendary artifact. Clue. Yes, it is a clue. That is not a token. Oh, I'm so smart. So, yeah, that's about as far as I came with that. So, it does not have flying. It does not have a flavor text for now. It doesn't really make sense that it's a box as far as Innistrad is concerned. But do not worry, where is it black? It's not black either. And well, default. Yeah, I don't know how it's gonna be called either. And it's gonna do stuff, okay? It is gonna do stuff, believe me. What it's gonna do, a thing that I had in mind was whenever you sacrifice a clue, scry one. It's kind of cool. So, oh, really? Okay, really? Whatever, I believe you. So I think that's pretty cool. I don't think it needs to cost 5. I actually wanted to cost little because um, the um, the other clues are um, added bonuses on cards. They are tokens without committed mana cost, so they virtually feel like they cost little. They are like kind of tacked on for free things. So I want the legendary clue to also be one of those. I don't want it to be like mega clue and cost 6 and make you draw 5 cards. I think that would be kind of lame. So that's a thing. That could be a thing whenever you sack a clue, scry 1. I think as far as wordings go, if I want this to scry 2. We're back. I almost said it. I almost said today the headphones won't die. I'm plugged, by the way, just in case you wonder. This thing is just a piece of dude. So I think as far as wording goes, whenever you would say whenever you sacrifice or another clue, even though I think without if you just say clue it would work for itself, but all the cards say that, just so that it's clear. I think. Yeah, it says like whenever what's his face or another creature you control dies. Even though I do believe if he just said whenever something dies, he would trigger it. I don't know. I'm not a judge. I'm bad at this game. Anyways, whenever you sacrifice card name or another clue, scry 1. That's fine. So lots of things. I don't really want to fetch. I don't really want to fetch a card like to tutor because that's what Tamir's journal does with clues already. But I would have loved to do that if Tamir's journal wasn't doing it. I would have loved to be like mega clue instead of drawing it fetches, it tutors. I could see something um, like two sack like draw 2 or something. And then you balance the costs. It's a little boring, but I mean not so much. I think it's kind of cool. The one thing I'm gravitating towards, and I'm trying to see if I can make it work, is I would like it to say investigate because I think it's kind of a keyword that you would want to double down on if you were designing cards for Innistrad. And it's got a lot of flavor, and it's very strongly flavored, and it's connected to clues. And they went through the hassle of creating a keyword investigate that means create a clue. They went through the hassle of creating a clue that's an artifact subtype, so that they could refer to clues, etc., etc. So I think it's pretty valuable to jam investigate in there. But the problem with investigate is, can you say investigate? There is a card that says investigate, then investigate, and there's another one that says investigate 3 times, isn't it? Investigate through 3 times. Isn't there a card that says that? Right. Counterspell, investigate 3 times. And that's very weird because there is another card that says investigate and investigate again, isn't it? It doesn't say investigate twice. Investigate again. I think, I don't know if it says again. Maybe it says investigate, then investigate. Does it work if I put the word twice? That's gonna give me all the investigates. Probably all the investigates. Yep. Investigate, investigate, investigate. I want to know. Okay, I want to know. Investigate an additional time. Uh, 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 nope, nope, nope. It's good. It's good for us to know. Okay, just don't be patient. Investigate. Not this one. Okay, okay. I guess there's none. Okay. So it just says whenever you investigate, investigate an additional time. Anyways. So I could go, so I would be groundbreaking and say, or breaking ground and say investigate twice. It would be weird, it would be mana intensive, and it would be like a bad divination basically, albeit colorless and albeit on installment, but you would need to be like super cheap. Like you would need to be like 1 and 1 or something. And even then you would get 2 cards for 6 mana. Yeah, it sucks. And the other thing that I could do is try to do the scry, the investigate, and the sack draw 2 cards. That would be too many things, I believe. And the other thing I could do is not do the scry and do something with investigate. The problem is if I want to do something that's some sort of a trigger uh, uh, with investigate, there is not that many things that I can use it that I can use to trigger. I'm not going to do add upkeep because that's what Tamio's journal does. I'm not going to do whenever you investigate because that's what what's his face Spirit does over here. Edge roll eliminator. Excuse me. Um, yeah, there's not that many things that I can do that would trigger investigate that I can think of. Uh, yeah. So another thing that I could see, I actually don't really like whenever you sacrifice no or another clue scry 2, scry 1. I actually kind of like keeping it simpler. Oh, I mean, no, the problem is that I cannot even keep it simpler because it gives ambiguity and people, including me or mostly me maybe, don't know if that means that when you sack this guy you scry. So I can't really remove it even if I wanted to not trigger the scry because people will still wonder. Um, I think. Um, or actually, some card says whenever you sacrifice another clue, scry 1. That's a thing too. Maybe I'll do that. Um, so the other thing that I could do is I could do 1 sack investigate twice, 2 sack draw 2 cards. Keeps it somewhat simple. It is weird. I cannot make it 1 because otherwise it's a sick divination. Because now it's 1 mana installment and then 2 mana instant speed draw 2 cards. Way too good. Way too good. The problem being that when I do 1 sack investigate twice, we are now on 2 cards for 4 and 3 7. Not very good. I could do sack investigate twice, and now we're on 6 mana still because you have your thing there, and still not too great. I mean, I kinda like having several things. I don't know that I want. It's not even that exciting, anyways. Like, I mean, I guess it is. It gives some tension. Like, I could do investigate 3 times. So now, what happens is you can keep it around for scry, sack right away if you think you can pay 8 mana total and you're gonna have 3 cards, or pay 2 again and draw 2 cards. And this is actually not too great, right? Because you ended up making yourself a 2 mana, then 2 mana, draw 2 cards, which is kind of boring. I mean, it would be a bad divination. Well, badish, I guess. No, it would be a fine divination. Because 2 colorless, then 2 colorless for 2 cards is pretty good. Oh, it's alright. It just depends on your format and what you do with it. I don't know. What do you think? Whoa, 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 whoa. It's interesting. It makes you wonder what you want to do with your mana, and it makes you wonder how much time you have. Because if you have time, you just investigate uh, with um, other clues. Um, it could be that you can push it to scry 2, especially if you want to push the power, and if you want to push the power basically. Um, that might be a little sick, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I'll just keep it in check so that it's not actually a sick constructed playable. I don't know that it would be, but there's a risk that it would be, I think. Um, it is a little unfortunate that I make an ability that stop working as soon as you sack it. It wants you to sack clues to scry, but if you sack to investigate, then you have a bunch of clues that won't benefit from this. But it's probably fine. It's just kind of annoying aesthetically. Um, mm, yeah, it's fun. It's a little all over the place. Like the abilities are not very connected. They're actually not connected to each other at all. It's just a matter of how much time do you want to take. Do you want to leave it on the board and scry a bunch? Do you want to sack it right away because you think you have a bunch of mana and you want 3 cards out of it? Or do you want um, your 2 cards right away for a 2 mana divination? Cool. Hope you like it. I think I'm gonna just kind of call it like that. Um, some people were saying that even investigating 3 times is kind of sick with uh, affinity. This actually doesn't solve it at all. This means that you can pay 2 mana to have 3 artifacts, basically, because you can pay this thing, sack it right away, and get 3 clues. That is probably a problem. That's probably a problem. So you see, that making it a card semi-broken, plus the fact that I'm not fully sold, I think I'm gonna keep working a little bit on it. So what can we do? What can we do? I think this as it is right now is not great. That being said, if I do this, it is getting interesting. It is getting rather interesting, I think, because um, having a bunch of clues laying around and scrying 2 every time you sack 1 is pretty darn powerful. Um, and it only costs you two that you get cash in later on for another two extra card. I think it's actually kind of sick. Because again, the demand on you, actually, to be honest, the more I think about it, the more, even if it doesn't look like it, something that costs you two colorless, and then you can do two colorless, draw two cards, it is still, I mean, I guess you would play a divination over it still. But it's very good to be able to do instant speed, pay two, it's colorless, even if you do it twice. No, yeah, no. You know what? You know what? It's probably still it's mostly better than divination because even if you had something that said four colorless instant speed draw two cards, it would be fine. It would be quite all right. It exists for three and two. It exists for three and a blue, anyways. Don't remember what it's called. So now you split the cost in two, so it's got to be very good. So with a Scry 2, when you sack a clue, it's awesome, then I guess. Logic. Science. We proved it. It's got to be an awesome card as it is right now. So I like it. Aesthetically, it's kind of cool. It's a big ass clue. It's not a huge clue. It's pretty big clue. It's pretty potent clue. Um, I'll see if I can find something smarty pants to put in the flavor. And the clue. Um, I don't know. Key to the mystery. How do you like that? Sure. Clue, solution, ultimate clue. I like it. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, that's cool. I'm happy. I'll do artist copyrights, artist credits. Be sure to check them out if you want to know and if you want to see credits to those great artists. I don't have it handy right now, so I'll do it later. I might do flavor text, and then we'll be set. And I'll be posting something tomorrow. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Well, guys, it is time to call it. It's been very enjoyable. Thanks for witnessing episode 123 of Ominous Design, episode 123. Um, yeah, thanks again. Do like and subscribe and do all the things that are very social and very beneficial to my AA channel. I hope to see you around again. I'll be doing videos as usual every week. I've been doing full disclosure tennis lessons recently. So sometimes I might um, video on Monday, but usually I'm trying to video on Tuesday, and I pretty much without a fail post on Wednesday. So you can look forward to that. That's it. Yeah, all my addresses are up there. I need to change the URL. Also, I do have the URL www.responsiblegmg.com. So there's this one too. There's a nice portal for you there. Um, and that's it. That's all the blah blah. Um, See you tomorrow for the article, and see you next week for another episode. Back to you. Have a good week.